Hey yo, do not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Shout out to us. We keep rocking, running, and the bass keeps running. I might be in the Leaders of the New School mood today. I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut on my old mix. Shout out to them. But we were sitting here talking. First of all, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome here at App Stupid. This is Big Vern on a beautiful Monday here in the Midwest. We're just getting started. We talked about Bob Stoops, Marky Mark, and the Stupid Bunch. How they cost themselves a 10-win season and also a Citrus Bowl championship. And then we talked Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, he got smoked for CBS Sports and also the Denver Post because, hey, look, you got to back up everything you said when you see me in person. And he stood on that. They're going to go ahead and pivot from that and talk some basketball. Some NBA basketball. Now, this isn't going to be one of those Batman versus Superman arguments, but we're just going to lay out the facts. You make your own mind up. But to me, LeBron James is the greatest of all time. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. And what separated him from everyone else is the Olympics. And I'll explain. Again, I don't know who's doubting this dude's greatness. He's a 4-time NBA champion, 20-time NBA All-Star with 13 first-time selections, 6-time All-Defense, 2 times runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, we dropped the story on our page where Michael Jordan was getting that award even though they were cooking the books. And Michael Jordan was avidly looking into the newspaper and trying to go ahead and question writers why they didn't grant him this steal and that steal when you had receipts of a guy who used to do the stats telling you that the NBA was cooking the books to give Jordan that award. But that same award, LeBron was the runner-up for that award. So they didn't give him anything he didn't earn, and he's still a runner-up in that. He only got beat out. He was a runner-up twice. He got beat out for it twice. And again, like I said, let me go ahead and preface this. I am not a LeBron James fan. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I'm not a Michael Jordan fan whatsoever. I never bought any of his sneakers. I didn't, and then people try to say, okay, well, you did blah, blah, blah. No, I just never liked him. I always thought it was pretty much selfish. So when I go ahead and I give out my summation of what's going down, it was only, hey, look at this dude's accomplishments, and then taking that into totality. But the Jordan sycophants, they pretty much don't like LeBron. And then every time you say this, there's a default about the rings. And if you point out Robert Horry has more rings than Michael Jordan, then they move the goalpost to who's more important to their team and blah, 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 blah. Any and everything to protect their deity. Now, people who didn't like all the team hopping LeBron did, they don't want to go ahead and admit this. And I will be the first person to say I was sick of that. I definitely didn't like him going back to Cleveland. I understand why he did it. But the way that man talked about LeBron James, Snyder, going out the door, I as a man was like, I hope he never goes back. LeBron made it about the fans more than he made it about Gilbert and those people. All the cryptic messages in the media. Again, there is a there. I cannot sit here and say those things didn't happen. And then he went through a period where he was flopping. LeBron would get hit and then dramatically fall all on the ground and kind of, and that was bad. Again, I get all of those things. But this is the part of separation. He came into the league in 2003. He went to the NBA Finals in 2007. That's only 4 years later. No other superstar has done that. None. And I get where people come out and they sit here and say, oh, look at the teams, and it was hard for Jordan to get to the top, and but I mean, by the time Michael Jordan and the Bulls dethroned the Detroit Pistons, the Pistons were old. They were old. They didn't have it anymore. They just resorted to more physicality, but they were a great team, but they were older, and the injuries started to pile up. And then by the time Chicago was in the high swing, they got rid of them. They got rid of the Pistons in 1990. Also, you got to say it like this. Larry Bird hurt his back in 91. So Larry Bird was actually done. He was done. Magic was still out there, and that's when the Bulls got their first championship. They got it off Magic Johnson and them. But that was 7 years later. This dude did it in 4 years. It has to count for something. They did not win that championship because he had to go through Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Those were the people he had to go through to get there. And he came up short. He goes back to the NBA Finals in 2011. He goes back to the NBA Finals in 2012. He went back to the NBA Finals 3 years in a row. Walked away with 2 of those chips. The impressive thing is that he went back in 2016. So if you are a person who knows math, Jordan's last run with the Bulls was 98. That was 13 years. 13 at year 13, from 85 to 98. That was year 13. Okay. You won your last championship then. After that, Michael Jordan was food on that basketball court. And let's be honest. Michael Jordan was food on the court after 1998. When he left the Bulls, everybody was trying to go ahead and make a highlight film on that man. Even the NBA fans, they did not vote for him to start in the All-Star game. Do your research. They voted Vince Carter to start over Michael Jordan. They voted for Vince Carter to start over Michael Jordan. And Vince being humble, he actually gave up his starting spot for Michael Jordan. And that's the part people don't want to talk about. They're looking at Michael Jordan from 91 until like 96 or 97. And then you can't even look at that collectively because he left. Nobody has been this good for this long in the NBA. Nobody's been this good for this long in the NBA. At year 13, he did win a chip coming back from the Golden State Warriors. And then, no matter what you think of the bubble championship, it's still a championship in the the C-19 era. We'll go into why he needed these accolades when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Download the app, order online, or visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. So, not only is LeBron backside of his career way better than Michael Jordan's backside of his career, he's still dominant in the game itself. Can't look at that. The backside of LeBron's career is better than Mike's career. On the backside of his career, he's got a championship. Jordan doesn't. Jordan doesn't have a basketball. After 1998, he was no longer relevant. And we got to be honest about this. He was no longer relevant. Look at who LeBron went through to get those titles. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Wow. Damn. And at least two of those guys are on the USA Olympic team. You just have to marvel at this guy and what he's been able to do for this long. That's why he is considered the greatest of all time. That's me. That's me. The Olympics put him in a category of his own. He's got 3 gold medals. That's more than MJ. And I'll explain why. If you read Google, you're pretty much like confused right now. He's got more gold medals than Michael Jordan at the summer basketball in the Olympics. He's an Olympic MVP. Jordan is not. His stat line in the Olympics, 14.2 points on 66% shooting, 8.5 assists, 6.8 rebounds. Damn. This dude did all of that with gray in his beard. And he was making pivotal plays. Nobody was giving him sympathy starts. I am not a LeBron James fan. I am telling you right now, you're seeing a freak of nature. Just following the sport of basketball all my life. Yes, these guys, they were good in their time. There's nothing Michael Jordan in the backside of his career compared to LeBron in the backside of his career. That's the separation. You can talk about bullshit rings all you want, him being undefeated. I'm a Trailblazer fan. I'm a Portland Trailblazer fan. I can tell you that team we put out there at that time, yes, they were a good team. However, you had Jerome Kersey, Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter, Kevin Duckworth, Buck Williams. We had those guys. They were old. And Jordan put up those numbers on them. The Phoenix Suns had a rehab Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge was still around trying to play and salvage his career. Again, look at those championships. The Lakers, I think Magic caught AIDS after that. I mean, he had it, but I don't think he caught it like, baseball catches, but okay. And those are who he got his rings off of. Did he dethrone the Pistons? Yes. He didn't beat Kareem and Magic. He beat Magic and Vlade Divac and what the Lakers could string together. That thing was over. It was over. Now, there's no correction to be made with Michael Jordan only having 2 Olympic gold medals, because the dishonest press, they will try and count Pan Am Games. But that's not the Summer Olympics. Because see, the Summer Olympics, that was in 84. Jordan won a gold medal in 84, and then he didn't participate in the Olympics in 88. He participated in 92. Remember, the Olympics comes every 4 years. The Pan Am Games, those were in 83. So that isn't a Summer Olympic. So when they go ahead and they give him 4 Olympic gold medals, he's only got 2. He's only got 2 in the Summer Olympics. Because if you want to get technical and you go back to that 1980 basketball team, he's not there. And I'm sitting there saying, okay, So this 1980 Olympic basketball summer, he's not there. The gold medal went to Yugoslavia. Silver medal, Italy, and then Russia. They won the Soviet Union, they won the bronze. So where are you getting his 4 Olympic medals at? Because after 92, he didn't play again. LeBron has played in the Olympics the last 3 to 4 terms. That's 12 years. That's 4 and 3 is 12. And he's done that. And he's won gold. And now he's got an MVP. You cannot deny this guy. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. Let me know if you all agree. Let me know if you agree. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. We still cooking.